It was on the 2nd May 2018. I was in my friend's room. Well, we stayed in the same flats, but in different rooms. We were in college, or I was in college rather. So, as I was sitting and chatting with my friend, I told her, I'm in pain. I think it's period pains, because the following day, on the 3rd of May, I was due for my next period. As we were sitting there, around 8 to 9 p.m., I told her, no, I feel like I need to lie down. Let me just go to my house and sleep, okay? I said my good night, and then I left. When I got to my room, I told myself, okay, let me drink my medication. There was a medication. I had medication that I bought somewhere around Tata. So since I was someone who was suffering from severe period cramps, so I had this bottle of medication. It was in a white bottle but black from the inside. So I drank my medication, and then I told myself, okay, since I'm having these cramps, and usually my periods overnight, so I might as well take a sanitary towel, pad rather, so that if I start during the night, then to be safe, I did that, and then and then I slept. Around 12 midnight, I felt like I wanted to pee, but namhlanje lo mchamo wonchisa in a way endingayiqhelanga, so I woke up. When I woke up, lo mchamo ne waziphumela, like psh, I felt it sound like someone was popping a balloon, so, and that was very weird to me. Ask myself, what's going on, and then I jumped out of bed. I went to a bucket that I used to pee during the night. So I sat there. While I was sitting there, I felt like a huge clot was coming out of my, so I felt like I needed to push so that it comes a little bit quicker, because I was in so much pain. So I felt like if I push it out, the sooner I push it out, the better I will feel, because I felt like it blockile on me, So I tried pushing. I pushed and pushed and pushed, and then I felt like some of this clot is out, and then there's still more from the inside, if I'm making any sense. As I was pushing, something told me, I just wanted to see what was going on, and how big was this clot? That is what I wanted to see. And then I peeped. When I peeped, I saw a baby's head. I was so shocked. I was very, very shocked because I was asking myself, how come? And then it was not just a baby's head, but I also saw arms, I was like, what's going on? Like, I didn't understand what was going on because I never knew myself pregnant. Well, ever since I started my periods, ever since I was young, I started my periods at the age of 12. I've never skipped a month without going to periods. So it happened that I skipped my period in February. So that was something that has never happened to me. So I decided to take a pregnancy test from clinic. I took 2 pregnancy tests from clinic and they were both negative. And then the following month, I went on my periods, like my normal periods that I get each and every month. And I was having these period cramps. So I thought, nah, I'm lucky I am not pregnant, but I still didn't understand why I skipped my period. But it was fine because both my pregnancy tests said that I wasn't pregnant, so they were both negative. So when I saw that head and those 2 arms, I pushed again because I could feel that something is still stuck inside, And then after pushing, I had a sound, because I was bleeding so much, and there was that. I guess maybe it's water or something. Since I felt like I felt like I need to pee. So if I get there's water, there's too much water. Because if I get to be there's too much water in it. So I felt the baby fall inside the water, So because I was scared, I couldn't sit on that bucket anymore, though I was bleeding. But I tried to find a way yokuthi ndingableedeli phansi, and then I quickly took my basin le ndihlamba kuyo, and then I stood inside. Before I went inside, I went to get a bucket of water and then poured water inside because I was so scared of blood. I've never seen so much blood in my entire life. So I stood in that washing basin, and then it got full because I poured so much water and I was bleeding so much. So I had to get rid of lento yonke that is in the bucket and ekomini, And the first thing that came to my mind is that let me take the bucket first, ndiyochitha ngalo, and then come back for ikomu because bese ndiphelelwa ngamandla. I was becoming so weak and very dizzy. so I couldn't lift a whole basin ndiyochitha ngayo, you know. So ndahamba ndayochitha the bucket first, and my intention was that when I come back with the bucket, ndimane ndiphungula kancinci kancinci from ikom to the bucket, and then ndiyochitha toilet phandle. Yes, I did that. And when I was done, I went to ask for help. Ndancedwa ke by this other guy who was from Zimbabwe. Yes, he was from Zimbabwe. He drove me to the hospital, and when I got there, I was told, okay, they asked me a couple of questions, and I answered according to the questions and the tests that they ran. They told me the estimation yam yenyanga ebendi pregnant ngazo, it was 4, so I was estimated to be 4 months pregnant. That was so painful to me. Like I had never expected to be in so much pain, and what hurt me the most was the fact that after everything that had happened, after I lost that baby, I went to throw it away basically, but not intentionally. Those were not my intentions to get rid of the baby just like that. You know, ingqondo zam zibuya when I called my grandmother the following morning. I told her I was in hospital. She asked, what's wrong? Why are you in hospital? I told her, I had a miscarriage. And she was like, what? When did this happen? I told her at night, midnight. I don't know, why didn't I call? I was like, I never thought of calling. Like, everything happened so fast. And she was like, where's the baby now? I told her, but the first thing that came to my mind, because benifuna uphungula ikom, ndaye ndahamba ndayochitha. So she didn't understand uba ndimchitha kanjani umntana. And I was like, kha kufika ingqondo ethi kum mandonyule umntana epheleni lochama qala before ndiyochitha. And even if ibikhona, it was not gonna be easy, you know, but it's izinto endingazange ndizicinge at that time. So she got very angry. She thought I aborted the baby. I told her no, I would never do that. And I was 26 at that time. I told her I'm even 26 years old. I know better. I mean, abantu kudala abanabantwana bebancinci, you know. So why would I want to do an abortion at the age of 26? I mean, ndimdala mos, like bendizonyamezela uba noba kwenzeka ntoni, I wouldn't just abort a baby. And besides, all the gynecologists that I went to, no problems, they told me azikho chances zoba ndibe nomntana, azikho tu. They were very slim. And the last gynecologist that I went to told me in the next coming 5 years from the last year that I went there, he told me in the next coming years, like 5 years from now, funeke ube uzele wagqiba Otherwise, beyond that, beyond 5 years, we will never have a baby. So ngoba yayigqithile vele i-5 years, I told myself hayi ke kucacile uba mna ngeke ndibe nayo umntana. So even into yoba nomntana mna yinto endingazange ndayicinga, even though my grandmother used to say doctors are not God. When the time is right, God will bless you with a baby. And indeed, when I look back, everything she said to me was very true. Because the following year, I know I was standing akatali in a way, because the following year, which was 2019, I fell pregnant and I gave birth to a baby boy, very handsome baby boy, and yeah. So that was the worst one of izinto ezibuhlungu that has ever happened to me apha emhlabeni. I just kept to myself uba bekufanele uba ndenze ntoni to avoid yonke le nto yenzekileyo. I kept blaming myself, but one day ndithe ndihleli, and then something came to me, like kwakhona amazwi afika at the back of my mind athi, andithi you were not pregnant. And yonke le nto yenzekileyo was unexpected, and it doesn't matter uba omnye umntu uyibona kanjani okanye uthini, but God knows, heaven knows, awuabhothanga mntana, awubulelanga mntana. So akho nto ekumele uzikhalele ngayo, So I kept talking to myself, ndizomeleza mna, until ndaziva nam uba ndingcono ngoku. It was so painful, guys. It was really, really painful. I never thought uba ndingadlula kuleyani nto, but xa kunamhlanje nje ndingatsho ubana ayisekho into engandibulala mna. I've been through hell and back, but here I am. I still stand ndisendim, and kudala zandisheyikha, zandivithiza, but I am still here because ifaith endinayo is beyond measure, and even when I share my stories, I share them with the purpose of healing from my side, and ndifuna even the person listening to know uba ezi zinto zenzeka kuwe azenzeki just because God doesn't love you, or God has forgiven you. God has forgotten about you, or God has forsaken you, or just because you deserve them. No one deserves any kind of pain, but God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. I-pain ayiziselwanga kuzositshabalalisa, but I learned mna from zonke iingxaki endidibene kuzo that were painful, that out of zonke ezo ngxaki you learn something. and you grow. So just take it as an experience ezokwenza into yobana wenze better next time, you know. Even though ezo experiences very painful, but sometimes, and I mean sometimes, they are worth it. They are worth it. And iyanceda nomnye umuntu nyani really uba ayazi uba awukho wedwa. You know, noba sowufilisha kabuhlungu kanjani na, you know, akho nto ibuhlungu but at the same time comforting than like the time you feeling down, you're feeling so sad, you're feeling unhappy, and then you go to social media, you see abanye abantu izinto that they go through, and you be like, ndiyakuthanda ufeketha. You know, ndiyateva. Abantu they go through worse, and yet wena ucinga fancy ba wena uspecial weta uzuziva izifubeko zalapha emhlabeni. Sorry, uba ucinga uzuziva izinto ayisendaweni erongo. Sorry shem. Ibala ijoni empini, ube ready ngezixhobo zakho, because izinto zona uzazifumana. Futhi uzazifumana, but ke that is not something endinqwenilela uba abantu bazifumane, but kuthiwa there's time for everything. There's time for joy, happiness, love, peace, laughter, nenantsika, neenzingo neentsisi ke zizaba khona. So, well, I feel like I have to say this, guys. I-purpose yale video is not me looking for pity parties or anything. Like, I know some people are gonna be like, I'm so sorry you went through that, wada. Guys, I'm fine now. I'm really fine, you know. But you know, but there are things that ezidlulayo, but you never forget them. So I just have those moments when I think about that day, but ayonto ehlalisa engqondweni yam. You know, I've dealt nayo in my own way, and I would like to say that I'm in a better space now, emotionally. It really affected me kakhulu, because after yonke laa nto yayisenzeka mna ndandikwazi uba, you guys know, let me not say a lot. Well, ndandisenza izinto that I felt zizawundinceda uba ndilibale, but ke well, ezo zinto ke ndandisela excessively, you know, kakhulu ngendlela abnormal, because yayingase xa ndilala kungabi sebusuku, you know, ndive ndithi xa ndilele yenza uba ndivuke sekukusasa, you know, because I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to mourn the pain. I didn't want to give my body, my mind, and my heart to process yonke le nto yenzekileyo. So that is how I dealt with my pain, and I thank God so much that zange indenzise izinto ezizondifaka kwezinye iingxaki, you know, ezo laa pain yam zange indenzise izinto ezimbi, apart from ukusela kakhulu, because I used to drink like every day, every God's blessed day. But I'm fine now. I became a mom again. indeed life goes on, but I do think about that baby. I mean, ingathi if I would just know she or he was gonna be inkwenkwe okanye intombazana, iyo qha into endirhalela uyazi. But it is very unfortunate because I will never ever know. But ke akho nto sinoba sayijika apho, akho nto sinoba sayenza. So yeah, and that is not a problem as well. I have come to the end of this video. Hope you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and most importantly, turn on your bell button so that you are notified whenever I post another video. Bye guys. Thank you guys for watching anyways. Bye. See you in my next one.